trust in you for safety. I say to the Lord, you are my God. All the good things I have come from you. How excellent are the Lord's faithful people. My greatest pleasure is to be with them. Those who rush to other gods bring many troubles on themselves. I will not take part in their sacrifices. I will not worship their gods. You, Lord, are all I have, and you give me all I need. My future is in your hands. How wonderful are your gifts to me. How good they are. I praise the Lord because he guides me. And in the night my conscience warns me. I am always aware of the Lord's presence. He is near. And nothing can shake me. Also, I am thankful and glad. I feel completely secure because you protect me from the power of death. Because you protect me from the power of death. Because you protect me from the power of death. I have served you faithfully. You will not abandon me to the world of the dead. You will show me the path that leads to life. Your presence fills me with joy and brings me pleasure forever. I say to the Lord, you are my God. All good things, all good things, all good things, all good things, all good things I have come from you.
Good evening, everyone. That is Zeph Daniels' original music, available on iTunes. Welcome to the Porthole to Justice. I am your host, Amelia Duran. Porthole to Justice, the window to the truth. It is Sunday, January 19th, 2020, and it's 20 on 20. Guys, hi, Jacob. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I always love to see you guys in the live chat. Okay, so, gosh, so much going on, right? There's never a dull moment. A lot to talk about, but let me get Jacklyn on the phone. Hello. Welcome.
Hey. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
The same. I am. Busy day, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so much going on with, between the Virginia, they're trying to take, George Soros, I guess,
Yes.
has taken over the education system, and now they're honing in on disarming the people. And
Yes.
Virginia, I guess, Laz today posted to my profile about them trying to disarm the people, and then, they're protesting in Virginia, the gun ban.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. They were trying to, even on Fox News, they were saying, well, because of the thing that happened, which they totally Soros set up, in South Carolina, that whole made-up, thing where it was supposed to be white nationalists, whatever, and it wasn't. It was Soros. Anyway, so that was all contrived, with the car involved and everything back, a year or two, a couple of years ago. So now they want to say, well, we need to be very careful these white nationalists don't get online. In other words, who they're really talking about is the citizen militia, the people who want to stand up and say, no, you're not doing this, which is what the Constitution says we're supposed to do if a tyrannical government tries to take over.
Yeah, and they're absolutely, this is the, communist China censorship, on social media. So
totally
we're grappling with that, as well as, the human trafficking, which is a global epidemic, crimes against humanity. We have that going on. And then also, earlier this week, I talked about, I had Lazaro on the show, and we talked about, these orphanages that they're opening up in developing countries around the world. Not just, developing countries, but Canada, for instance. They have these boys' club. He's saying, think about, like, the Franklin cover-up on that level.
Right. Mm-hmm. Canada's really bad because we've got that pedophile Trudeau in there, that presumed pedophile, we'll say. We have to say presumed. But all of his laws, are pro that end of the issue, and he's that man. He's just disgusting in what they pull and what they do there. That is one of the least free country. Canada's bad. I knew someone very closely that lived there and said it's horrifying. Their medical system is just terrible. It takes forever. People die right and left from cancer. It's just really awful. The red tape and
Well, they're opening these, in British, I guess. Well, in the Times, the UK
Britain.
Times, I posted an article to my main profile. British sex offenders are setting up orphanages and schools in developing countries to target children for abuse. And
that's just so horrible.
Yeah, there was an independent inquiry into child sex abuse, and it said it heard evidence of an offending pattern where individuals will set up shelters or orphanages or schools specifically to create the opportunity for sexual abuse. And, these aren't isolated incidences. We know this is occurring all over.
Well, in those drag queens reading in libraries and everything, there's a lot of people fighting it too, so we have to look at that end of it. But they're infiltrating here as well, and they're doing it on the sly and the down low in such a way of, they're just introducing themselves as people. There's nothing intended. Yeah, baloney. We know exactly what's intended. Yeah, so that and just all of it. I don't know if they're going to be able to get away with this in Virginia. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but it isn't good because it's supposed to be like a template for everything else. Yeah.
And it's like being against sexualizing children or objectifying them doesn't mean that you're against LGBTQ, There's a big difference between consenting adults that have a choice.
Right. Right.
But bullying, labeling, or targeting people that are speaking out against sexualizing children, to enforce an expectancy of accepting the sexualizing of children, it makes it no different than those that impose dogmas, It's just, CPS should actually be opposed to this, and I don't see them really speaking out against it at all. In fact,
when Desmond the Great, but when Desmond was running around in nightclubs, did they come in and stop the child from being, in an adult environment, which is against the law? Did they do anything to appropriate any kind of justice in that situation? No. So they are letting it be. And so see, if they do nothing to stop it, then they're for it, basically. Because they're supposed to be a check system.
Yeah, it's really strange. It's just strange.
Well, I know, but see, as we go, there's many people fighting it and going the exact opposite way, different congressmen. And so it's, you know what I mean? It's like, it's so crazy. It's just like a war, and it is a war. It's a spiritual war in high places. It really, you could say whatever you want about it, but it is. It hasn't gotten to the point of drawing guns yet, but it's getting very close.
Well, yeah, that's why they're pushing right now for the gun ban. I mean, that's going to be the next big thing. And,
well, that's what they want, because then they could do what they want to really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that is. But
we'll be rounding up all the homeless people for gulags, right?
To start with, yeah. But the thing is, I see in that they always lie, because I was listening to the report, and they were saying, well, this is a temporary situation, just, because we don't want it to get out of control. And that's such a lie. The Reichstag was a temporary situation. When we had 9/11, the airport situation and the travel thing was supposed to be temporary. Everything's always starts out temporary, and it's a lie. It's not temporary, ever. Yeah, so it's just a foothold. So we really need to pray against it. We need to make calls. I'm trying to get people together to call their separate representatives, or call Virginia. Tell them, you can't do this. We're not, people sitting still for this. It's really bad. Because in fact,
I was so proud of Laz. He amazes me, because he's
really awesome.
He's so powerful, because he's such a, he goes through these bills, these stacks and stacks of paper, and he reads every little fine.
No, he's very brilliant. He is.
And he has a photographic memory.
Yeah.
And he's just so brave. He just gets up there and he speaks, and it's I'm just amazed.
I know, he is. He's a wonderful, wonderful wealth of information. He truly is.
And he's such a force for good. Such a good guy. But he came on the show this week, and everything. I just want to let you know, my phone has a full charge. My speaker has a full charge, and the iPad has a full charge, and my whole dash and my computer is fully charged.
Good.
If we get cut off,
that means there's something really wrong.
Something wrong, because I have gone through everything. I'm looking at my dash right now. Everything is perfect. And
I got a good charge
on the Zeph report too. So yeah.
Yeah. So, well, so we're different times, so it wouldn't help. But I never seem to be able to get in anyway, so it's just stupid the way they have that handled. I don't know. They block people in many different ways. They don't like the praying together in mass amounts. They really don't like that. But it doesn't matter, because we're still going to be praying, and we're still all united. It doesn't matter what they do, because we're not going to stop doing